Good morning, people. Watch Woman 65, Lisa Boyce here. I found this article this morning on End Times headlines, and it's talking about a cashless society, how the coronavirus is accelerating humanity to embrace a cashless society. I wanted to do this because this is exactly what's happening. Now, Trump announced, I don't know whether you heard it, he's going to start back funding the World Health Organization. He's accelerating the vaccine. According to Fox News and according to what I read, I think it was yesterday, 100 million people will have a vaccine. That's the goal by the fall. 200 million by December. And all of the nation, or practically all of the nation, by January. The reason why I'm bringing this on is because, like I'm saying, and like we've said before, this is a precursor to the tribulation. We are not in the tribulation. The seals have not been broken yet. As long as the church is here, and I said this the other day, things are not, we're just seeing what's going to happen after the church is gone. But as long as the church is here, it's almost impossible for anything to break through, for the evil that's going to impart this nation or this world to break through as long as the church is still here. This is why the time for the church is limited. This is the article that I got today. It is no longer a fringed conspiracy theory that humanity is thrusting forward to a cashless society, as paper currency had already lost its premier role as America's medium of exchange in dollar terms and plastic cards, and digital transactions had taken over. And now retail stores, restaurants, and other businesses prefer this method of payment. And it's true. According to a new report from the Boston Herald, the coronavirus pandemic has accelerated this process for several reasons. And that is the cash cannot change hands at a distance of 6 feet and sheltering at home, that is leaving more purchases being done over the internet. The move away from legal tender was well on its way to her pre-virus days, but some stores and restaurants have stopped accepting cash altogether. Processing credit or debit cards take less time than waiting for someone to fish change out of their pocket. The restaurant chain Sweetgreen ran a stopwatch and found that cashless payments could be completed up to 15% faster than using paper money. That would enable businesses to hire fewer of what we used to call cashiers. That job's being faded out quickly. According to the report, the Federal Reserve stated that debit cards are the more frequently used means of making all purchases. Cash is employed in 26% of all transactions and 49% of those under $10. But now every age group up to the baby boomers have now shifted to digital means and plastic for making transactions than using cash. And not surprisingly, millennials lead the pack. Despite these trends, a few states and cities have passed laws requiring businesses to accept cash, and here's why. Some elderly people still don't do technology. My mother is one of them. She has a hell of a time trying to do this stuff. They don't even have a cell phone, much less a PayPal account for transferring money. Many poor people don't have credit cards or even bank accounts. Some 6.5% of American households are what they consider unbanked, according to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. Cashless establishments discriminate against the elderly. Big time. So what's going to happen as time goes on? My thought is that more as time goes on, they're going to probably do more depopulation. It's what I'm thinking. More depopulation. You see, this is headed towards a time where there's not going to be many people left. And like I said, the church, as you can see more and more, day by day, the church is holding back. Is holding back because every time something happens, it's postponed. Like I said the other day, you can see the restrainer at work more and more each day. Now, when the church is finally taken out of the way, like I said before, time and time again, all hell will break loose. But until then, until we're gone, and we're going to be gone very soon, because it seems like evil is trying to just punch right through. But we, the restrainer, is holding it back until we're gone. When we're gone, the precursor that we're seeing now is going to look like a picnic in the tribulation. I wanted to give you this short story. I'm going to link this article in the description box so you can read it, and I'll be back on later. I have to go to my second home, which is a grocery store right now. I'll be back on later. Thank you.